Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know these once a week videos feel kind of drawn out, but I want to give the information, at least starting out in little bits and pieces, as I gain more. I'm constantly reading, constantly watching videos, constantly just educating myself on all these different ways to think, mindset, intention, manifestation, law of attraction, and beyond. Um, so be patient with me. So let's get into today's video. As you can see by the title, it is about intention, the power of intention. And I keep looking down at the book I've actually been reading very intensely over it's been a minute, so maybe not intensely, but I want to make sure um, the book has my full attention and I am understanding. So I may have to backtrack, I may have to stop reading a lot of moments because I'm starting to realize I'm either just reading to read and not understand. So um, yeah, so the book I'm reading right now is actually about intention. I'll show you guys the book. If you follow me on Instagram, I post about this book all the time. When I am reading it, if you guys ever say what kind of books do you read, or book requests, this one right now is amazing. It's The Power of Intention by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Um, and honestly, it's probably taken me a few months. I'm approximately halfway through it, and it's taken me longer than I have expected to read this book. I'm not a book reader. I'm not an avid book reader. I'm not absolutely I'm not absolutely in love with reading books. But I'm trying to get myself in the groove of things, and get used to reading, because knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So with that being said, intention and how it can change your life. So I want you all to just look at the bigger picture of everything, of life. Um, and I want you to think about your every action. I want you to think about your every decision. I want you to think about your every reaction. Every single action, every single thought, every single everything has intention. Whether you are aware of it or unaware of it at that moment, it has intention. The basic definition of intention is a thing included, aim, or plan. So let's unpack. Let's dissect a little bit. Intention, aim or plan. Aim or plan. That's how I see intention. When you intend to do something, you mean to do it. Whether you mean to do it in good or you mean to do it in bad, or neither. You're just doing it. But everything has intention. Everything in your life has intention. And the shift that you need to start making is understanding that everything you are doing is with good intention, great intention. It's with awareness that your intention, it is the plan. It is the plan. Now, whether it goes your way or doesn't go your way, whatever domino effect happens after that, happens after that. But you constantly have an awareness. That's the key. You constantly have an awareness of intention. So, when it comes to your thought process, I want you to think about starting your day. It's a great place to start. Starting your day is always a great place to start. And no matter what, the thought process you must start with, having the intention, regardless of how you think your day is going to pan out, If you know you have a very long day ahead of you, regardless of how you think that day is going to go, you need to start your day with the intention, the aim, or the plan that it will be amazing. The intention that it will go the way you want it to go, regardless of where you think it's going to go. Your intention needs to be set on the great. It's going to be great. My attitude is going to be amazing. My intention is to win today. That is my intention. That I'm able to go home at the end of the day and say, I did it. That's my intention I am setting for the day. And since I did bring up the book, there are, if you guys are willing to listen, 7 faces. There are 7 faces of intention. Faces. Faces. Not phases. PH. No. Faces. Like this. There are 7 faces to intention. Which means what intention is. Exactly. I gave you the definition. But sometimes the definition just, it's not enough. It's not giving you any substance. It's not giving you what you need. It's not giving you that understanding. And that's what this whole thing is about. It's about understanding. So, I'm going to give you the 7 faces, very briefly, that are described in this book. And I'm sure there's a ton of other books. I'm sure there's a ton of other wisdom out there that, they have their own ideas and own ways of explaining it. But truly, these are the beginning steps of intention. What is in intention? So the first face of intention is the face of creativity. To be creative. And to be creative is basically to be yourself. To be yourself. That's how I view creativity. Because it goes on in the book and explains in great length and detail about to be creative. Now, if you were to ask me, to be creative in this instant is to be yourself, because if you are somebody else, you're not being so creative. If you are trying to do the trend that everybody else is doing, you are not being so creative, because you are just going with the crowd. You're flowing with the crowd. You are doing what the crowd is doing. So you're not really creative. You're not yourself. So to be creative is to be yourself. That's number 1. Number 2 is kindness. Face number 2 is kindness. To be kind. That's very self-explanatory. To be kind. And to me and you watching this, you're probably like, oh, that is so cliche. Everybody should know to be kind. But to have intention, to be kind within intention, it's at a whole other level. It's like these things are required. To be kind is required at the most toughest times. So when you don't want to be kind, when you just want to flip somebody off and cuss somebody out, that is the time. You need to tell yourself, reach down deep and say, you know what? It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my energy. It's not worth my vibration going that low. So I'm going to bring out the great intention. The intention that I'm going to say this with the most kindness and truly mean it. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to be so kind right now, but I'm not really going to mean it. No, that is not intention. When you put intention on things, you must own it and you must mean it. So when somebody cuts you off in traffic and you are upset, you better reach down deep inside you and bring out that kindness, bring out that smile, because I promise you that person that just cut you off could care less. They probably hope you're mad. Honestly, they probably hope you're mad. So face number 2 is kindness. That's what we just talked about. Face number 3 is the face of love. So that is also very self-explanatory. The face of love, to be love, to have love, to let love guide you in your everyday life. When you put love behind every intention that you set, that no matter what you intend to do, As long as you put love behind it, only great will come of it. Regardless of what that other person feels. You could you could be dealing with somebody that is just the biggest narcissist that just thinks all about themselves, and they just kind of laugh in your face, and you're like, "Hey, I really hope you have a great day. And I hope everything you ask for comes to reality." And you truly mean that statement to somebody who has laughed in your face, to somebody who has just made you feel the worst. If you truly mean that act of love and act of kindness, that your intention behind it is love, again, what goes around comes around, and only greatness, only love, only kindness will come back to you after that. And regardless of what that person thinks and what that person believes, oh, your intentions weren't great. No, I know what I believe. And what I believe is the words I said were with love, kindness. That was my intention. And don't let somebody else talk you out of your intention. Stick by it. Face number 4. The face of beauty. Oh, I love this one. Simply because to have beauty behind your intention, it's almost like love. It's like almost everything that I've said put together. Creativity, kindness, love, beauty is just like the equal. Like if it's plus this, it all equals beauty. And there was a really good line that was said. There was a really good line that was said in this little passage, and it says, "Beautiful thoughts build a beautiful soul." That's beautiful. That is truly beautiful. When you have beautiful thoughts, like for me, I think beautiful is my favorite word in my vocabulary. When people tell me something good, something great, I say that's beautiful. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Or every second of the day, if I'm having a rough day, because I still have rough days. We all have rough days. We already know that. But no matter where I'm at in my day, good or bad, let's say it's real bad, all I gotta do is look up to the sky. I look up to the clouds, or just the blueness, just the sun, the mountains, the valleys, just what I look up to in the sky, the actual sky. I'm not talking about God or the universe, but just what I see in my travels. When I look up, I just think of how beautiful it is. I say, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Because those are beautiful thoughts. And those beautiful thoughts transfer to a beautiful mind. I think of beautiful things. And then I start to get myself out of that rut of being upset, being mad, being frustrated in that moment. I start thinking about beautiful things, the sky, the trees, the wind, the breeze, the birds. Like truly think about those things in that singular moment of frustration, and it will change your whole entire mind for at least as long as you are thinking about it for. It will change your perspective. So beautiful thoughts build a beautiful soul. Face number 5. Face number 5 is the face of expansion. And to expand, not literally, but yes, literally, to expand in that little passage is to be willing to learn. Be willing to expand what's in here. Be willing to expand what's in here. Be willing to accept knowledge. Be willing to bring in what others have to tell you. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to agree with it, but allow it to come in, process it, and then take it as you will, with good intention, kindness, beauty, love, creativity. Expand. Allow yourself to expand. Allow yourself, because knowledge is what? Knowledge is power.
What's up a little bit?
Number 6. Number 6 is probably my favorite, and it's the face of abundance. Oh my goodness. Abundance. I'm probably going to do a whole separate video on abundance. But abundance, to be abundant, to have everything and more. To have everything and more, even when you don't, even when you know you don't. We all know we don't have everything and more. Because we could have more. Anybody and everybody could have more. But when you sit in the moment and you say, I am abundant. I have everything right here that I want and more. I'm looking at my setup right now. I'm looking at my camera setup right now. And I'm grateful for it. I'm very grateful for it. Because I could have nothing. I could just be in a dark room and trying to film on a broken camera. But just looking at my camera setup, I have everything just like all over the place. And I'm filming off my phone. And that's easy to say, I need to have a Sony camera, and I need to have a this and a that. Well, that mindset is not going to get me a Sony camera. I'm looking at my setup right now, and I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I am abundant in having these things, because at least I can give you my message. You guys are able to see me. I have everything I need in this exact moment to film. And just same thing in my everyday life. When you are going through your everyday life, you need to tell yourself, when you are in the car, when you are on the bus, when you are walking, you need to tell yourself, I have everything I want and more. Yes, things could be different, but that's a whole other subject. We're talking about the now. We're talking about in this very moment. As you are walking, as you are driving, as you are riding in the bus, you are abundant. You are able to do those things. And you have everything you need in those exact moments. There is nothing you need more. To be abundant is having everything and more. And once the universe sees, or God sees, or whatever you believe in sees, because they're always listening, the things that you need will continue to come in. Continue to happen because you are grateful. The universe hears you're grateful. The universe hears that you are happy and you are abundant. You may ask for some other things, but all those things will come as long as you are grateful in your present moment. To be abundant is to be grateful and give gratitude. And the last one, number 7, is the face of receptivity. But to be receptive is to bring all things in, to let all things come in. So again, knowledge is power. Whatever people have to say to you, even if you know it's complete, you know what? Allow it to come in. Like I said, you don't have to agree with it. You don't have to accept it. But allow it to come in, process it, and let it go. Use what you can, take what you can, but be receptive towards it. Don't reject. As soon as somebody starts talking to you and you're like, I don't want to talk to you right now because you're always spitting BS at me. That is the wrong intention to ever have towards any person ever. Because at the end of the day, we all have feelings, we all have emotions, and however strong you think that person is, I don't think there's any person on this planet that would not take that the wrong way. So the least you can do is sit there, stand there, and be receptive. Look them in the eye and listen. That's it. That's it. You don't have to be making all these gestures, all these faces while they're talking. Just let it come in. Let it come in. Whatever BS that they have to say, let it come in with good intention. Process it with good intention. And if at the end of all your processing, it's BS, let it go. But don't automatically come off the bat with, I don't want to talk to you. Wrong intention. So with all that being said, I feel that there is a ton of parts to intention. Intention starts with yourself. Your self-awareness. How you talk to yourself. How you speak to yourself. all has to do with intention. If you speak to yourself with the intention of hurting yourself, you will be hurt. Now, if you talk to yourself with doubt, if you talk to yourself with question, you will doubt yourself, because those are the intentions you come in with. You come in with doubtful intention. Now, if you come in with gratitude, you come in with positivity, you come in with love, talking to yourself, your body will be receptive towards it. It'll take it in. And it knows you're coming with love and light and positivity. And that's the outcome you will have. You will have love, light, and positivity. And everything is equal. Everything is equal. So no matter how much positivity you come with, no matter how much doubt you come with, no matter how much hate you come with, it's all going to flip back that card right at you. Whatever you bring inward is going to come right back at you, no matter what. As long as the intention of whatever it is that you're doing is evident, that's what it will be. As long as your intention is positive, you will have a positive outcome. As long as your intention is doubtful, you will have a doubtful outcome. No matter what. Because what goes around comes around. So a great way to start when it comes to the mindset shift, and I talked about the mindset shift, self-awareness a little bit in my last 2 videos, it starts with your intention. Set your intentions. Intentions could also be used as goals. So when I say set your intentions, set your goals. Your goals are your intentions. If your goal is to be more positive, your intention is to be more positive. But with intention, you must act. With goals, you must act, because a wise man once said, dreams without goals are just dreams. So whatever you are dreaming, make sure you set your goal. Make sure you set your intention. Make sure you set those checkpoints for yourself to say, hey, you are on the right track. Good job. Let's keep going. It's a journey. And if you are not making those goals and you are not making those checkpoints, that's okay. Make them different. Make a different path. Because this is your journey. This is your path. Set your intention. Make sure you come with light. Make sure you come with positivity. Make sure you're talking to yourself nicely. That you are powerful. That you are worthy. That you do work hard. You are that person. Those are your intentions. And be who you say you are. And I'm going to end with a quote. I always end with a quote. So let's end with a quote. My favorite quote. You become what you think. And I'm going to say it one more time. You become what you think. So if you think that you're ugly, if you think you're not worthy, if you think this isn't for you, then it's not. You're not worthy. This isn't for you. You're right. Your thoughts are always right. But if you think I'm confident, I am powerful, I can do what I set my mind to, then that is what you are. You will do what you set your mind to. You are powerful. You are confident. And your body will feel it. Your body will literally feel it. When you say, I'm fat, your body's literally gonna hunch over and you're gonna cover your insecurities. But if you say I'm powerful, I'm confident, you will start to feel the shoulders go back. You'll start to feel the head come up. You'll start to feel your steps get a little wider, a little faster, because you are confident. Your thoughts translate throughout your whole entire body. So start here. Start with your intention. Start with your goals. Start with what you want to do. Start with who you are. And most importantly, start talking to yourself nicely. Because dreams without goals, without intention, are just dreams.